Good morning.
Good morning.
We welcome you here to the worship of the Lord here on this final Sunday of June. And our nation will celebrate its birthday this week. And we will next Sunday, July 7th, be beginning Church in the Park. That runs the Sundays of July and August. And that this year, that is 8 weeks, and we have been working on that. Some of you have signed up to help as volunteers. That is wonderful. We appreciate that very much. Some of you might want to consider signing up. We have a place for you. Many hands make light work, and we want to keep that program going and keep it vital. And the time crunch of doing the services is challenging because Church in the Park will be at 8:30 and last for a half hour. And at 9 o'clock, that will be over. And at 9:30, this worship service starts. So that crew that takes down and loads up and comes back to this place does important work for us in the summertime. Well, we are thankful for this day that you've made, this day that God has made, and thankful that you've joined us. We have an announcement from Pauline regarding Vanco. And are you working on that too?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Peg. And
Good morning.
Good morning.
Vanco is a donation online church giving software. I've been using it for a few years and it works great. With the cost of envelopes going up and postage going up to 73 cents a stamp eventually, online at no cost, extra cost to you makes sense. If you do an e-transfer, there's no cost, additional cost to the church. If you go through your bank account, there's a small cost for them writing the check, which is at 1%. And if you do it by credit card or debit card, there's a 2.75, but that cost is to the church, not to you, and we pay a monthly service fee, which should cover that. The amount the church pays for Vanco is a service, paid for a service. Just as when you go to a store where you ordinarily might not pay with a credit card and you decide to do that, they indicate a 3% charge will be added to your credit card. With regular and steady donations for many people, church budgeting is so much easier. Similar to paying into public radio or TV or any organization you belong to, it goes monthly and it's easy and it goes whether you are here or somewhere else, and you can decide how you want to do that. You can decide on the amount. The amount that you donate can be the same as you would put in an envelope, and there's even space on the donation to indicate where you want it to go. Asking for money is uncomfortable, which is why many churches don't put as much time into church donations as they probably should. But without having clear and persuasive asks for church money, it can be hard to maintain a church staff, a church building, and a church ministry and fellowship. I'm going to let Peg tell her part about summer giving now, and then I'll finish up. Thank you.
Having served on the Finance Committee in years past, I know that traditionally, although we love doing Church in the Park for the community, traditionally giving slows down at that time. And I understand that fully because I'm a camper, I'm not always here. We do give monthly, so sometimes usually it's covered, so, try to make that up, but we do ask if you're outside, not today, enjoying the sunshine and having a good time, just to remember your church is still here. You may be out swimming or skiing or boating or camping, but your church is still here doing good works in the community, here for the congregants that are here. We just ask that you remember and encourage you to keep that steady flow of income that we need, just to keep things working, keep things going. With that said, I'd like to wish you a safe and happy, warm summer. So, back to Bob.
Thank you, Peg. The papers telling how to do this are at the altar. I only put a few out for those who want to pick one up. Somebody in the office can help you with this. Right now Sandy is not here, but she'll be back. She just needs a rest. And she'll be back and she can help you sign up. E-giving is so much easier than trying to remember your envelope, whether you remember it on Sunday morning or bring it in. Envelopes are still okay. You can still do that if you choose to do that. That's also fine. When faced with personal crisis, different times throughout the years, this church was always there for me. Your donations not only helped me through difficult times, but also strengthened my faith. I'm forever grateful to this church and its caring members. Your support truly makes a difference. Thank you and good luck for the summer.
Thank you, Pauline. Good word from Our Lady. Janice, you have a word that you wanted to share.
Thought it would be better if I spoke to the microphone. I've been accused of being too quiet. And a couple of things from the office. Sandy is not going to be here this week. We do hope for her to be back next week. When I say that, I mean this week that has the 4th of July in it, and the next week would be beginning on the 7th. I'm in the office as much as I can. Can I tell this part?
Yes, you can.
I can finally tell you this part. I have accepted an appointment to be the pastor at Millersburg and Onaway beginning this week. That's why I can't be in the office as much as I'd like. A couple of things about that though. Since the office is not fully staffed, please understand that if you need to leave a message, it may be a day or two before someone gets back to you. Also, if you are able to be in the office to answer the phones, please volunteer, just show up. We'll put you to work, even if it's just sitting and listening for the sound of the phone ringing. It's kind of a busy time. Let's help each other out. Thank you.
Okay, hey, Pastor Janice Miller. All right, Janice. All right. You have done lots of really great things around here, and we have not been able to afford to pay you a dime.
That's okay.
But we have appreciation for your work and for your ministry among us. And this is a token of our love and best wishes.
Thank you.
God bless you.
You smell good. Thank you all for this.
All right.
Church work isn't always paid work, and it's okay to do stuff for the church without there being any pay. And you can still feel good about the work you've done. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. worship. Yeah. Let's join together in our call to worship, led by our lead leader, Pauline Buckner. Let's stand.
The material for call to worship is in your bulletin. God has called us here today and welcomes us, prodigals and responsibles alike.
Thanks be to God, who eagerly welcomes us home.
God has called us like a good shepherd searching for the 100th sheep.
God is persistent, never giving up on the lost, the confused, or the wandering.
God searches in life, sweeping the dirt and sifting through the dust, like a woman who has lost a precious coin.
And when she has found the coin,
She cleans it with great care and rejoices with her friends.
Jesus welcomes us today with joy and anticipation.
Let us receive his word and rejoice to be with them.
Let us worship the Lord. Hymn 139, Praise to the Lord the Almighty.
Salvation.
And as we've made reference to, Sandy, our office manager, has had a health difficulty. She began to experience symptoms at about 10 days ago when she was out at her cottage at Grand Lake. And it took a little while for her to consult a doctor. She had a regular doctor's appointment on Monday, and when that doctor examined her, he said, "You've had a stroke." And a serious one, and ordered her to the hospital. And unfortunately, she waited in the ER for like 8 hours before treatment because her vitals were stable. But I wish that that had not been the case. As all of us know, stroke care has a timeline to it, and it's important. But she is doing well. She has been released from the hospital. She was in the hospital for several days. She is released and home, and she promised me she made me promise several times that I would express to you her appreciation for your love and prayers and the help that you provide her. And so we hold her in prayer and are thankful for her presence with us. And that she has come through her difficulty very, very well. You would not know that she had any issues at all. And we're very thankful for that. And let it be a reminder to us to seek care quickly if we experience symptoms that are inexplicable, stroke-like symptoms. Sometimes we're a bit slow on that, and it can be very consequential. Well, let's see. Prayers for Church in the Park that begins next week. Some changes have happened, and we are calling all hands on deck to help that go smoothly, and that we would have a blessed time reaching out to the community and worshiping God at the Lakeshore. We are thankful for that opportunity, and for those who began that ministry, wow, was that 30 years plus? Maybe, ballpark? Some are nodding their heads. So, very good. Also, we have a transition going on with Hearts to Home. Anne has shared that she's no longer able to continue as its leader. She founded Hearts to Home 15 years ago, and we have been providing personal care items to the community ever since. It's a niche ministry because we don't really need to duplicate ministries. There's one other organization that helps with personal care items, and that's the Salvation Army. That is the group that refers people to us. And I talked with their captain, and Captain Morrison says, we'll work with you to continue the program, to be strong and flexible. We appreciate James Miller helping us to fill out the grant request to the Community Foundation. Much of that program is funded through the Community Foundation, and so we'll cross our fingers that that is July 1, so that would be tomorrow, right? Our paperwork is submitted, so we are done there. Our appreciation to Ann Dessenberg. Ann, you are our second Rose recipient, and I feel like the Bachelor today. They handed out roses. But these go to Ann Dessenberg for her 15 years of leadership on Hearts to Home. got that covered. We're working on that. Our salon will be closed this 1 week, July 3rd, the day before the 4th of July, but then we'll begin receiving referrals again from the Salvation Army. I talked with Carolyn Anderson, and Carolyn's been one of our longtime volunteers. She is going to have a time probably